Hello and welcome to another episode of my Calmsden Farm Let's Play. So this is episode 3. So today's plan, we'll just quickly run up to the farm. I've left all the machines up there. Today's plan is to cut a lot of grass. So for that, we are going to need another mower. We currently have the front mower, but just using that will take quite a while to get everything done. So we'll get into this. So we're going to cut the field where the cows will go eventually, which is just this way. The field there we are going to cut and bale as I think I'm going to do silage in that one. And then we need to look at other fields as well that we need to get. So I'm thinking of leasing them just with, like I know we've got 200,000, but I am going to have to buy a fair bit of equipment still. So that 200,000 won't last too long when we start buying spreaders and things like that. So we've also put on precision farming. So we will need to purchase our soil maps for the fields that we currently own, which is only I think we own 3 fields or something currently. So we will need to buy the soil maps, so that will be an added cost as well. But it will let us save money on possibly putting down fertilizer and lime and things like that. So yeah, we've got that on. So we might be able to start some field work later in the episode. I'm not sure, we do have a lot of grass to cut and bale. So I am thinking of leasing possibly 2 or 3 grass fields just to build up our stock of grass and hay for the sheep, but also for the potential of getting cows before winter. So we do need to look at doing silage bales and hay bales for that. Look at we need to check what's on sale first, because we always got to check what's on sale. Nothing that we actually need, unfortunately. So we have this. I was looking at getting this to go in the back because it's only 80 horsepower, but for a little bit more we can get quite a bit more done. So we're just going to go with this one. We're going to buy it because we are going to use it quite a bit. So I will see you at the cow farm. So that's us all hooked up. We have a front mower on and our new back mower. I'll open the gate to get done. Oh. Have to be closer. I'll quickly jump onto the map. Ooh. So this is 2 mods. So this is a mod for field leasing. So the field numbers are here. This is an area number. It is quite confusing, but if you just ignore this side, and these are the field numbers that we can lease. So it's got the purchase price and it's got the cost per day rental price here. So there are a few that field 4 is the field we looked at last time. It is 800 a day. I think we'll be able to make quite a bit off that by doing silage off of it. So it kind of pay for itself. So if we sort of store 50%, sell 50% over the year, I think that'll definitely be worthwhile. The other field was field 11, which is a smaller field. Again, similar thing. Do the silage off that one, maybe keep it. And then we're also looking at planting poplar in one of the fields. Did look at field 34 as a possible option, which is next to field 11. So we do have options to lease, which will take our money down every day just because it's a cost. But we don't have the capital to put up for the purchase, so it would be a benefit. So I do kind of like this mod for that. And then this is our precision farming. So we need to buy soil information. We could buy the soil sampler and do it ourselves. However, that costs 15,000 and takes quite a lot of time. So we will just be purchasing right now. So this is field 15. I did notice this when I first came on. So for some reason, I know Oxygendavid is going to be doing an update for the precision farming for Calmsden, but I just wanted to put it on just now because I really like precision farming, so we just started with the base pack. So this is for all the communal ground for this one. So you can purchase that, which is £175. So yeah, we're going to just purchase that just so we have it. We've got little tiny areas or whatever it is. And we will purchase. So this is for a cow field, £700. This one will be much more expensive, unfortunately. £7,000, but it's just the size of the field, but we need it. And then we will do field 31, 1400. So that's all the fields that we currently own. We now have our data for. So this tells us what pH levels are and nitrogen levels that we put on. Yield is not specific because we've not done a harvest on them yet. The seed rates as well, we've not planted yet, so it doesn't tell us that. So this will allow us to put appropriate levels of lime down and also fertilizer and seed, so we're not overspending. Just more an accurate way of doing it rather than just a generic spread all over the field. So we'll get this field 15 cut. I did say in the last episode I wasn't sure about doing field 31 with the sheep in it, but I think now we're just gonna, we just need the money essentially, so we're just gonna do it. If we butcher some sheep, we butcher some sheep, but I don't think that'll happen. So yeah, we'll just get cracking on with the grass cutting now. So we will need to buy or lease a windrow and a tether. I don't think they are greatly expensive, so we might just purchase them, but we'll see. We'll see how much they cost. So we could have got a mower that would put this into a swath essentially, so it would be one row behind us. However, they are much more expensive, so it would work out a lot worse a deal. We've got to do more work this way. Right now we just don't have the money to do that. Yeah, I will get this field done. And I will see you once it's done, and then we're moving on to the next field. That is the first field done. Did get quite a bit of grass off of it. So we'll go to the sheep field now and get that done. So we've done this field somewhat the other day. I think we'll just do our best to not massacre all of the sheep. I believe in the old game that if you had sheep in the field, sheep in a grass field like this, that they did actually eat the grass, but for some reason that's not. I don't know if that was a seasons mod, possibly. So yeah, I think it's just, I didn't want to do this because it's just a bit unrealistic, but I think we're just going to have to. It's wasted profits if it's just if we don't do it. Yeah, so we'll get this bashed out as quick as we can, and then we shall look to see what else we're going to do in terms of if we lease those fields and just get the grass off them for some money, or we do some poplar. So yeah, I will see you guys in a jiffy. So that is the sheep field now done. So we've got 2 fields now cut. Now we need to see what fields we want to possibly lease. So let's bring up the map. So 4 and 11 were our 2 choices, I think. We do have the other capability to do 34 or 11, but I think if we start with 4 and 11 and then see what we get off the ground, that will be a good starting point. We'll also at the same time, we need to plough. Wrong way, I just done that as well. So we need to plough this field. We need to get the combine off of it. So I think what we'll do is we will get a worker to plough this. So I'll start doing that process first before we lease these fields and get them cut. Yeah, I'll go around a few times and we'll see. So I'll take this back up to the yard and I'll switch to the other tractor. So C is once I have switched to the case. Right, so we now have our plough on, which we need to do with this field. What I've just thought is that we actually need to mulch this, don't we? To get the mulching bonus. Yeah, we're going to have to do that first. So I'll put this back. We got overexcited there, didn't we? Yeah, we need to mulch. So yeah, I'll go to the shop and then get a mulcher. And then I will see you guys back here. Or actually, I'll see you at the shop so we can actually pick what mulcher we want. So yeah, let's look at mulchers. What was it? I was trying to think of everything we needed to buy, and hence why we were leasing the fields, but this was one of the reasons, because we wanted to buy our mulcher. There's not a lot of options for mulchers, really. This is 9 meters and does 7 miles an hour, so it takes a while. You got 5 meters at 11. I think these are the best 2 options. There's not really much in the width, so I think we'll just go for the cheaper one. We can run this with the... Oh, it's the wrong way around. With the New Holland, but we'll keep it on the case for now. So we will... I'll get a few rounds done with this, and then I'll just let a worker do the rest. If we do the headlands areas, then a worker should be okay for doing this. But yeah, I'll get it opened up first. So I'll see you back at the field so we can start mulching. So we will get this field started anyway for our worker. Mulching is quite fast, I find, so it's not, doesn't take too long. It is just narrow, so it will take a bit of time just due to the narrowness, but it's not too bad for speed-wise. It also doesn't help that the field is absolutely huge. That's how, yeah, it would be beneficial if you could get much bigger mulchers, but you can't, unfortunately. So yeah, I will do 2 rounds for the headlands before we switch to a worker, and then we go back to the original plan, which was to rent or lease, sorry, a couple of fields so we can cut some more grass. So yeah, I will let you see some of the mulching. I'll do a time lapse actually. So yeah, enjoy the time lapse. Once round. I think I'm actually going to just do the once round and then I'm just going to let them off, because this is actually attached to the back of the tractor, so it's not like a trailer. So you shouldn't need that much room to turn. We may regret this, but I just really want to get back to the grass cutting, if I'm honest. And I think we can use our time more wisely by doing that and letting a worker do this. So that is the worker blocking his way. I'm going to go and get this combine off the field as well, just so it's out of the way. It looks like our worker has crashed into a telegraph pole. Okay. Right, I'll go and fix that worker after we get this parked up as well. I knew it was a risk. But yeah, he's just going straight for the telegraph pole. I'll quickly jump out. Yep, we're not blocked anymore. Okay, so let us get back to the New Holland, and then we can look at what fields we're going to lease. Okay, let's have a look at what fields we are going to lease then. As we have him getting, so let's take that needs ploughing off. So yeah, he's happy as he can be, essentially. So we're looking at 4 and 11. So we are just going to lease the fields. It's essentially a 20-day lease we're agreeing to. So we have to have this for 20 days. Which 20 days, it's pretty much a full year, just shy of a full year. So I think we'll get a decent amount of yield off that. I think we'll easily make the 16,000 back. So yes. So we now have 11 and 4 as our other fields. So now we will go too eager with the steering. We'll get 4 done, and then we'll get 11 done. So with the lease, I believe it's almost like a right, not a right to buy, but yeah, kind of like a right to buy essentially. The amount you've rented it for comes off the total cost of the field. So if we were to purchase this now, we would get it for less due to the fact that we've paid to lease it for a year, which is quite good. So I do like the way that works. So we will get this field done before we want our other field 11. Now I'm thinking on the long drive down here, I will do this field and field 11 as hay, and we'll do the sheep field and the cow field as silage. It might work out as similar volumes, but we'll see. If it doesn't, it doesn't. We can always redo it. Yeah, we're now the proud leaseholders of this field. So yeah, we will get all of this cut. And then we shall go to field 11, get that cut. And then it's shopping time again. We need a windrow. And a tedder. So yeah, I will see you once I have finished this field. Field 4 is now done. That was quite a large field, actually. We should get quite a bit of what we're doing of that one, hay, so that'll be good. But yeah, we're cracking on. We're going to field 11, and that should be us for grass cutting for the day. Then it's our favourite pastime, shopping, because we didn't get all the machinery we needed when we purchased the farm. We could only loan a certain amount of money as well, so we were restricted to $500,000 worth of loan debt. So yeah, it didn't go very far. It's not the biggest field, but it wasn't very expensive at all. So we have this for a year for 4,000, so we shall get it tidied up. This will be possibly our poplar field as well. think. So we might just do all of this in poplar, we'll see. The only thing is the walls will make it difficult for the poplar baler that we're going to buy or lease to turn. So I'm not sure how much poplar we'll get in the top end. But we should be able to see the bottom end's nice and open, so that's why I'm thinking it would be good to do poplar in here. Yeah, this would work at the bottom definitely. You got a nice open area for turning, so we just need to kind of work on the top, but make sure we don't plant too close to the top. Our tractor is doing well with this on it. I think it's 120 horsepower needed. It's got 140, so it is up the hills. It's not exactly rapid, but it does go. It does get the job done. I'm very pleased with this little tractor. So I will get this all bashed out, and I will see you at the shop when we are done and ready to purchase some new gear. So we're back at our favourite place on the map, the shop, to spend more money. So we need a tether and a windrow. 6 meters and 11. How does that attach on the back then? It goes faster. The basic rule is that is like, say, 66, so that I multiply this by this to work out enough basic efficiency. So that is 66. And this one for is more. Essentially, I can't do the exact math in my head. But yeah, 8 times 9 is more. Yeah, so it's a little bit better. This one is cheaper though. I think we're going to try the Samasz. I think we're going to go with this one. It's not one I've used before, so let's try it. As our windrow. So it's nice and cheap, essentially. Right, tethers. Yeah, we could probably save some money on some of these, maybe. So that's 8.7, does 9. Very similar. So they're about the 16,000 mark and they do 9 meters. That's huge, way overkill. Now that is 16,000, it goes faster. So that's probably in my number 1 spot at the moment. So I'm going to go for the fella. Light mounted wheels, don't need any of that. Right, let's buy that. So we'll get the tether on first. And we'll get to field number 4, we showed it first, so yeah. See you at field number 4. Quickly checked on the worker before I got here, and he is still doing a fine job. There is some bits he's missed, but we can get that after. Just having a worker do that means that we can kind of crack on with this stuff and hopefully build up some money, because I'll see if we can maybe sell some of this or see what contracts are available just to get us boosted, because as I say, we're now at 90,000. We will need to rent poplar planter, poplar. I think we still need to buy seeds for the seeder and things at some point as well, and we definitely need a lime and fertilizer spreader. So yeah, they're not too cheap. Yeah, so we just need to have some sort of income coming in. We do have wool that is getting produced, so we might have some of that. But I will get this bashed out and field 11 headed. And then we can go and get the windrower done. Sorry, go get the windrower picked up before we get the windrower done. So that's us now onto the last few strips of our tedding. We've done field 4. This is field 11. So this is a nice small field, so we'll get this done and dusted. And then we'll go and get the windrow so we can start getting them into rows so we can start baling. So we'll do, I think we'll just do the hay bales first, get that finished off. and then we'll get the grass ones done. So we're going to have quite a few bales, I think, so it's going to be, yeah, it might be quite a bit of a time-lapse / montage footage, because I don't want to just have tons of footage of me baling everything. Ooh, just crashing into everything. So we'll park this up. Probably at the cow shed for now. I was just trying to keep all the grass / silagey kind of things down here for the moment, just so we remember where it is, and we'll keep all the other equipment at the main farm, just so we have an idea of where we have left everything. Do have a habit of forgetting where I've left stuff. Okay, I'll go pick up the windrower and I'll see you back at the field. This is back with our new windrow. Getting excited to use this one. I've never used this. It is a bit narrower than the other one we looked at, but it does have a benefit of it goes faster, and it's also fixed up to the 3-point connection without being like a trailer. So essentially where I turn, it turns. So with these walls and things that are in our grass fields, is a benefit for people who aren't as good at driving like I am. Or aren't good at driving like I am, I should say. Yeah, so I'm kind of liking it, to be honest, at the moment. I wonder if we could, like, I'm just like making random lines everywhere. If we join this up, yeah, we can keep moving it in. Just so we've got some space from the wall. But I do actually like this much more than the other one we looked at. I have used that in another map I've had. It's good, it is a good windrow. Like the classic kind of windrow that you get, that sort of as a trailer, essentially. But this one being connected and quite rigid onto the tractor is, yeah, it goes where you go. It's great. I'm very, very happy with this purchase. Yeah, I will crack on with this, and I'll see you back at the next field. So now on to field 4. So this is our big hay field that we're doing. I'll do a few rounds just to get the headland done, so we can yeah, just go straight lines after. Checked on the worker who is doing our mulching for us, and he's doing a very good job actually. Don't know how much longer he'll be. We'll try and get that finished off in this episode. We have a lot to do in this episode. We've got all this to get baled. Should manage it. Just got the windrow. Once we get all the windrow done, then it's, yeah, we're making bales, and we do have to wrap, so we will need to rent a bale wrapper. I'm taking that corner way too late. So that's another thing we're going to have to rent, I think. But I think once we do this, or maybe buy, we'll see how much it is. Or we look at upgrading our baler already, potentially. So yeah, we'll do a quick price check on what we can do. Yeah, we just get this rest of these field windrows. So I will get all of these done, and then I will get back to you when I'm about to get baling. We'll see you then. So a slight change of plan, as you can see. We got notified that the worker had finished, so just move the worker over to doing some of the windrowing, and we will get this field finished off ourselves. Imagine there will be some patches that he hasn't done, so we'll get this done, and then we will, I think we'll get the plough set up, and then we'll switch with the worker again, because it does need ploughed, this field. I think that will affect our environmental score, but it does need done. I know the bonus might not be worth it, but yeah, I think we just need to get it done, because we don't know when this field was last ploughed, so we'll just get that all done. But yeah, we'll get this finished off and get back to our windrowing. A surprise change, but it's a nice break from doing some windrowing. So the worker's actually done a pretty good job. We've got a little few bits up here to do, and then this section and then here. So we'll get that tidied up. Then we'll hook the plough up, and we will switch essentially with the worker who's doing the windrowing for me. This he's just doing some nice rows for us, hopefully, which means we can get the finer bits done here. Then we can get the plough on. The ploughing will probably take just as long as this took, so we might not see the end of it on this episode, but we will get to finish it off. I think with the ploughing, I will just set the worker off to start with, and then we'll tidy up the headland area after the fact, just so we can get cracking on with the old baling and things. So we'll just get this field finished, and then we'll get hooked up to the plough. So we're back windrowing. The worker had finished just as we were finishing up doing the mulching. So he came across and he hooked up the plough and everything, so he's now ploughing our field for us. So he's going to get that done. We'll finish this off and then carry on with the rest of the windrow. And we do have a few fields to go, but this is our biggest field, so the other one shouldn't take quite as long, hopefully. It is only 6 meters, it does take a bit of time, but it is pretty fast. That's the good thing about this this windrow. It goes at 11 miles an hour working speed. I believe the other ones were only 9, so it does make a significant difference, to be honest. Right, so that's that last bit. There is we do kind of go over bits and things a couple of times, just with the way the field is. Yeah, we'll get that tidied up when we're baling. Okay, so I'll hop in this. I'm going to go and do the sheep field next. I'm not sure when I'll check back in with you guys. We'll just... Ooh, can't do that with we're lowered. Yes, I'm not sure when I'll check back in. I'll just kind of gauge it and see. It probably will be most towards the end of the windrowing, as it will take some time, so it will probably just be a lot of possible time lapse, less montage footage. So yeah, be Team America, some montage. I think that's Team America, show my age. Yeah, so see you in a bit. So that is our windrowing done. That did take quite a bit of time, I'm not gonna lie. So we'll get this parked up, and we'll get the baler on. Determined to get the baling finished in this episode. We might not get the bales wrapped, but we'll definitely get the bales done, even if we make this episode slightly longer than the sort of 20-25 minutes that I'm looking for. I just want it all to be, it just makes sense to get it all done at once, essentially. Right, need to check if we are on, turn on the auto drop, and then we can get going. Some of these might be quite big because we did join up several sort of windrows just to try and get it done. If we miss little bits, I'm not too concerned, we're just trying to get the majority off the field. So we just get this done. 3.5 of grass. I'm thinking it was going to be 5 because that's what we got the straw, so getting a bit ahead of myself there. But for now, I will get this baling done and I'll see you after. Finally onto our hay fields. That's the 2 grass fields finally done. We've still got 2 more fields to go. I've been recording for about, oh god, what's that now? Like 2 hours and 40 minutes so far. But I just wanted to see how many bales we've actually done. 36. So we've got 36 grass bales. That's quite a lot of bales. So yeah, I'm going to crack on with this hay. We're doing it regardless how long it's going to take us. I'm not sure how much of the footage you'll see, just so we try and make our episodes a decent length. But yeah, I'll get this done and I'll see you guys in a bit. So we're finally onto the last field for baling. We've just gone over the 3-hour recording mark. Yeah, this is kind of time consuming, but I just wanted to get it all done in one episode so that we can say we've done all the baling in one episode, and the next episode we'll get everything, bits and pieces done. Yeah, so I'll finish this field and then we'll review how many bales we've done. So this will take me a lot longer than it will on the video because it'll be like magic. We'll see you in a bit. So as I've finally finished the baling. Yeah, I'll get this parked up. We do have like a half bale in here, but there just literally was nothing else on the ground I could pick up. I did try and get all the scrappy bits. But yeah, we weren't close there. There probably is another field I could have made a full bale, but driving round in millions of circles to get it would have taken quite a bit of time. So we'll park this up and then we will review. Oh, there's my dog on a wander. Try and not run him over. Yeah, we'll review how many bales we've got from today's mega baling session. I did just have a pop-up to say that the worker has finished. I think he might just be to the same point he was the last time. But we'll give it a check. So, I didn't realise that was a solid bit of the bush there. Bit of a delay when we're trying to detach there. Okay, so let's turn this off. And let's have a look. That's 70 bales total. So that's 34 hay bales, but they are bigger. So there's actually 4,500 litres as opposed to the 3.5 that were done on the grass. So the grass we've got about 126,000 litres. And for the hay there, we have 150,000. Pretty good. Now, I need to figure out how much we're going to need for some cows. I'm just having a look to see where is it, the hay and the silage. I went past it. So we can sell silage in quite a few places, actually. And the silage is not at the best price at the moment. We are at the lowest end of the price. So that's quite good. So that's going to obviously inflate. So we don't have to sell. We can't sell. We won't want to sell that now, I should say, because we need to get our cows as well. The hay as well is at the lowest point. Still at 150s. We could get another 20% on top of that. So if we need to sell some just to give us some extra money, we will definitely do that. The straw as well was the lowest point, but we did just sell it to make sure we got some money in. So that's going to be it for this episode. And the next episode we will finish off the ploughing of the field. Our workers done most of it, so we'll get that done. And then we need to wrap these grass bales so they start fermenting to make silage. And then we also are going to plant our poplar so we can get that in the ground. We won't be able to harvest it for another year, but basically it'll be there and it'll be set up and ready for us next year. And then we might be able to, if time permits, next episode, look at getting a greenhouse or two. Again, it'll be determined on what we need to spend money on in terms of for the field, like a fertilizer spreader. But it will make us money, if you get what I mean. So if we're spending, I don't know what the greenhouses are, say 10,000-15,000 for a greenhouse, it will start making money instantly. So we might just bite the bullet and do that. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. If you want to see more of the videos, if you'd like to subscribe to the video, you can. And leave a comment if you've got anything that you want to ask or any suggestions of anything we can do. Yeah, it'd be much appreciated. But thank you very much, and I'll see you next time.